Resident Evil 4.
There's your warning again, in case you missed it at the beginning of the episode. What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I present to you my October special. It's the month of horror, so I figure I might as well play one of my favorite survival horror games of all time. Resident Evil 4. Now, I am a huge Resident Evil fan. I have been a fan since, when Resident Evil 1 came out for the original PlayStation back in, 97, 98 or something like that. In Japan, it's known as the Biohazard series, but I kind of like it being titled as Resident Evil. I guess that's how I grew up with it and everything, so that's my preferred title. Resident Evil 2 is actually my favorite of the whole entire bunch. We're talking from the original all the way to Resident Evil 6 and any of the other random spin-offs. But I chose to play Resident Evil 4 because I feel that this is the go-to Resident Evil game for most people. This is the game that they played in the series that introduced them to the characters and a bunch of different things along that ways. This game was originally released in 2005 for the GameCube, produced by Capcom, of course, and it was supposed to be a GameCube-only exclusive, but it came out on the PlayStation 2, I want to say 6 to 8 months later or something along that ways, because this game just blew up in popularity. Resident Evil 4 literally changed the way the franchise worked. Originally in the classic series, you had the fixed camera angles and very limited inventory and the tank controls where if you push forward on it, your character moved forward regardless of whatever direction they were facing. So a lot of people either really liked it or really hated it. So it depends on if you got used to it or not. Resident Evil 4 took a much different approach to the way that the game overall ran, but it still held on to many things that kept it as a Resident Evil game. You're going to find a lot of references to the older games. You're going to find a lot of things in this one that the other games have, like the herbs and the typewriter, and it's just a really well done. Well, it's a number 4 in the series, so I guess you can say it's a sequel, but still, actually it's more than that, because technically Resident Evil Code Veronica was supposed to be Resident Evil 3, but that didn't actually get a number, it's just Code Veronica, but it's number 4, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So, alright guys, so I am playing this on the Wii. And why am I playing it on the Wii? Because, I don't know, I just like the way that the Wii handles better. I'm not going for graphics, obviously, because otherwise I would have played it on PlayStation or Xbox, and I don't have it on that anyway. I play it on here because this is also the only version I currently own. I'll explain the differences as we go along, but we have an opening movie to watch, so...
Resident Evil 4.
Oh, that's so good, I love it that they do that in the beginning of the Resident Evils. Oh, that scratchy voice. Fool.
1998.
Oh, there you go.
I'll never forget it. It was the year when those grisly murders occurred in the Arklay Mountains.
Resident Evil 1 to
Soon
3.
after, the news was out to the whole world, revealing that it was the fault of a secret viral experiment conducted by the international pharmaceutical enterprise, Umbrella.
I like that they're throwing in various cutscenes from Resident Evil 1 to 3 in this.
The virus broke out in a nearby mountain community, Raccoon City, and hit the peaceful little town with a devastating blow crippling its very foundation.
I mean, we survived 3 games of it, so yeah.
Not taking any chances, the President of the United States ordered a contingency plan to sterilize Raccoon City.
Which is the nice way of saying blow it the
With the
frick
whole
up.
affair gone public, the United States government issued an indefinite suspension of business decree to Umbrella. Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents and purposes, Umbrella was finished.
So there you go. Umbrella was defeated, not by a group of mercenaries, not by a team of special tactics and rescue squad. It was defeated by the economy. Yeah.
6 years have passed since that horrendous incident.
And Leon has grown up. Oh, Leon's a man now. An American man.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president. I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
Coño, why am I the one who always gets the short end of the stick?
You, who are you really? Come on and tell us.
Then I'd have to kill you.
You are a long way from home, cowboy. You have my sympathies.
Guess that's a local's way of breaking the ice. Anyway, you know what this is all about. My assignment is to search for the president's missing daughter.
What? All by yourself?
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
But it's so much fun!
Oh, you crazy American.
Crazy
It's
American.
a direct order from the chief himself. I tell you, it's no picnic.
I'm counting on you guys.
And that's not saying much, because they don't really seem very dependable, I'd have to say. Meanwhile, in an undisclosed location somewhere in Europe, which is what the scene of his game is, or the setting of his game.
It was right before I was to take on my duties of protecting the president's daughter when she was abducted. That's the ultimate reason I'm in this lonely and rural part of Europe. According to our intelligence, there's reliable information about a sighting of a girl that looks very similar to the president's daughter. Apparently, she's being withheld by some unidentified group of people. Who would have thought that my first job would have been a rescue mission?
Why is Perv watching him pee?
It's freezing. So cold all of a sudden.
Someone's watching you. Could they be?
Must be my imagination.
Of course it is. That's exactly what these situations are.
Sorry it took so long.
I should have had the corona. I don't like this bridge we're on. It doesn't seem very stable. Actually, the car we're driving looks pretty busted as well. Ew! I need a paint job.
Just up ahead is the village.
I'll go and have a look around.
We'll stay and watch the car. Don't want to get any parking tickets.
Right. Parking tickets.
Good luck.
Thank you, cowards. Blech.
Jeez. Who are these guys?
Did you say something?
I said I need some fries. Nope, radio time.
Leon, I hope you can hear me. I'm Ingrid Hunnigan.
And see
I'll
her.
be your support on this mission.
Loud and clear. Somehow I thought you'd be a little older. So the subject's name's Ashley Graham, right?
That's right. She's the daughter of the president. So try to behave yourself, okay?
Whoever this group is, they sure picked the wrong girl to kidnap.
I'll try to find some more information on my end as well.
Good. Talk to you later. Leon out.
Hey, you gotta tell that you should check out that file. Anywho, here we are. We are now able to play the game as we see fit, and we are starring as our lead character, Leon Scott Kennedy, making his valiant return from his role in Resident Evil 2, where he was pretty much a tool the entire time. No one listened to him. No respect. No respect. So, first thing first, differences between this and the other versions. As you can see right here flying around the screen, this is my Wiimote reticle. This, for me, is so much easier in order to aim with, so I guess in a sense the Wii version is ridiculously easy compared to the other ones, because you can put your cursor at the spot you want to shoot before Leon even draws his gun. Normally, he would just go pretty much straight ahead. This is on all the other versions, and you would have a little red light that would come out from the bottom of his gun. And then you would use one of the control sticks to aim around and all this stuff, and then once you release the button that has him draw his gun, he would go back to basically neutral position. Here, if I'm aiming over here, boom, I can automatically aim to it. So it makes for much faster aiming, much faster killing, and more accurate shots because I can sit here and really move myself around in order to get where I want to shoot and not waste any bullets. So that's one of the reasons why I really like the Wii version. Let's see, what do we got here? So, if you're moving the reticle around, you'll notice that it'll turn red whenever I have something that I can hit, like these three targets right here. These are crows. They pose no threat to Leon whatsoever, so Leon's a dick. Let's kill them. 1, 2, no, oh good, okay, 2, and 3! Ha ha ha! Leon's ridding the world one crow at a time. And there is no consequences at all because these guys drop our very first pesetas. These are the currency within the game, and I believe this actually was a legit currency in Spain before the euro took over. I'm pretty sure that's a true fact right there. So, got 300 pesetas, we got 300 more piñatas, and we got a spinolata. This is a special item that we can sell a little bit later. So, main movement for Leon, you can run like that. You can turn regularly, you can do a quick turn, and this is also a new thing for the Resident Evil series. This is a third-person, over-the-shoulder perspective made specifically for this game and copied ever since. It's a way of making the player feel like they have enough visual around, so this way you think you know what's going on, but really it's like a peripheral vision, where you can only see so far, and the enemies love to come out just in the little corners and whatnot. So it still adds for a good amount of jump scares and things along that ways. As I showed before, you hold the button to aim, and then Leon also has his trusty knife, which is very useful in this game. Flicking the Wiimote or pressing a regular button just causes a quick swipe, and then I can push another button to put it at the ready and then aim accordingly. This doesn't matter if I have the reticle. This I have to actually use my control stick in order to move Leon along in order to do the swipe. So those are his basic movements. Now we're going to talk about the attack cache. I believe this is what this is called. Whatever, it's the trunk. In the Resident Evil saga, you've always had a item storage thing. In the first few, you always had a limited amount of item space that you can carry your weapons, your healing items, and any important things that you need for solving puzzles and everything. This game takes that same concept and makes it significantly better. The attack cache, or the box, if you want to call it, the trunk, is broken up into all of these little squares. Each item takes up a certain amount of squares. So, for example, this first aid spray takes up 2 squares. You can spin it any which way you want except for diagonal, and it works like a game of Tetris, where you can just move things along, and as long as there's a space, you can drop it there. You can also put it on the side for this temporary space in order to move more things around, and if you wanted to just drop something and get rid of it, you would just exit out of here while it's in the extra space. Never get rid of anything, because you can always use it. This is where our weapons are going to go. This is where our recovery is going to go. Now, there are going to be key items that we receive during the game that will go here, so it doesn't take up any space. This is like an infinite space thing. And then these are our treasures. So the pesetas will add up as we go along between killing guys and things along that ways, and we use that in order to buy new weapons. You'll buy an armor every so often, bigger cases, upgrades, things along that ways. The treasures are used to be strictly sold in order to get more money in order to buy better things. Simple as that. So that was our first one. Spinels, you're going to see a bunch of them for the first few sections of the game. Map is simply the map. You move it around and all that stuff. It shows you what your destination is. This won't always be there, but it's a pretty simple map, giving you an idea of where you need to go and things you need to do. I mean, this is huge. I like that it shows you the map already, but it doesn't show you everything, just a bunch of save points and things like that. In addition to that, we have our files that you can go through. I'm going to be picking up files and reading a few of them as I go along, but like for example, this one, info on Ashley Graham, age 20, daughter of the President of the United States, kidnapped by an unidentified group, yada yada yada, brought her to an undisclosed part of Europe. It's in Spain. We know it's in Spain, but they're not telling us it's in Spain. So you guys can read this if you want to, pause the video and take a look at that, but I'm not going to read that. Playing manual just shows you how to play, and this is our conversation with Hunnigan. I love the little radio thing that Leon has, because it obviously has a two-way radio in it, but it also has a camera. And it's just, I don't know, so weird. Like, they only really, mention the camera right there and maybe, one or two other times. It's like you just assume, oh, it's a camera on this thing. They all have cameras. That's silly. Alright, so... Ooh. Okay. Wow. We have one destination right now, this house. There's got to be somebody home in order to be able to give us an idea about where to start looking for Ashley. Before that, though, go on to the back. Here you have one of the boxes. If you check it, it's a wooden box. Looks like it can be broken. Don't shoot it or anything like that. Use your knife and swipe at it. Oh, nothing. These things are random boxes. There's a few of them in the game that don't have random items in it, that have a preset thing that you're always going to get, but the majority of boxes and vases and things you run across are randomly generated things. You can get pesetas, you can get ammo, you can get healing items, you can get a whole bunch of different things. I'm actually going to reload my gun from them. So every time you play through, you'll be able to get different items, and then see how it works. Yeah, so to reload the gun, you just aim it, and then I would flick my Wiimote, or you would push a button on your thing, and then Leon would do the reload animation, which can be upgraded to go faster at the merchant, which you'll find out who that is later. That is not the merchant, that is some guy with a bad cough. What is this? Various small items on the shelf, nothing particularly usual here. Yep, that means I can't take anything. Oh, man. Hello? Hi.
Excuse me. Sir?
I'd like to tell you about my Lord and Savior, Chris Redfield. He will save us all. Ooh, you don't look very nice.
I was wondering if you might recognize a girl in this photograph?
¿Qué carajo estás haciendo aquí? ¡Lárgate, cabrón!
I heard the word
Sorry
a
to
key,
have
so I
bothered.
know that he said something like she's not here. Probably in a rough translation. Get the hell out of here before I hit you with an axe. Oh boy.
Freeze!
Oh boy. Back up.
I said freeze!
Get the hell away from me, you crazy ganado. Oh yeah, you want to duck? You want to duck? You want to duck? You want to dodge? How about that? Dodge my kick. No! Oh wow. Ah! Missed number 2. Let's see if we can actually do this correctly. There we go. Cutscene triggered! What's happening? Uh-oh, where's that truck going? It's going to our other cop friends! Oh my god, so many things happening off screen! I don't know exactly how this scene is taking place!
Shit.
Pretty much. That covers it all, Leon.
Is everything okay?
How about
There's a
no?
hostile local. I had no choice but to neutralize him.
Means I
There's
shot him in
still
the
others
face.
surrounding the area.
Get out of there and head toward the village. Take whatever measures necessary to save the subject.
Understood.
He's not a zombie! No, he is not. I wish he dropped something, but he didn't. Well, so here we are, running for our lives already. Ew, looks like they killed a lot of people. Look at those maggots. They're so crazy and really not part of the drawn background. I hope Ashley's okay. So, Leon is showing off just how American he is right here, where he apparently has a license to kill anything he wants. Taking ourselves some handgun ammo. I'm just going to show it off because it is the Red Hawk ammo, and it has an animal on it. I believe all of the ammo in this game has an animal on the cover, so it's just something interesting to look at and just another little detail. Leon also takes no fall damage! Woo! Excellent. And we got 3 of these guys, ow, you bastard, to deal with. One thing I absolutely love about Resident Evil 4 is the enemy AI. These guys will actually plan their method in which they want to kill Leon. One of them will come up to him and do a diversionary tactic, while another one tries to flank him. Get the hell out of here. Kick. Let's try to avoid using any more shots. Hello? 1. Said I was going to avoid it, but that's okay. Close enough. Drop something good? Good? How about you? No? No? Oh, you bastards. So, just like the boxes, the enemies will also have a chance of dropping things that sometimes they will and sometimes they won't. But yeah, the enemy AI, it just gets pretty crazy. And you can have like a ton of guys on the screen at once. This was only 3. Later on, and I mean like at the end of this section way down at this one lonely path that we have to walk on, you're going to be tackling 15, 16 guys at once, including one that is like really hard to kill. But if we go back here and check on our Policia friends, you can see that 1, the car is gone. 2, there's some crazy tread marks here that I don't know if this is actually the way they should be going. But if you come over to the ledge and look down... Oh, shit. There's the car that ran, and there's our friend's car. Oh, man.
No.
They were good men. for the little bit that we've seen them. Where are the officers? I hope they got out in time. So I guess if you look down, Leon notices that there's no bodies. There's just 2 vehicles down there, which is an important point to have for a little bit later. And then if you check, the bridge is out, can't go back this way. Not like we'd be able to anyway, because something would stop us. And this begins our descent into hell. Let's see what I'm going to do. I am going to move up this way. There's a few more things I want to talk about, because I'd like to get all this quote-unquote tutorial stuff out of the way, because in the next episode, things go from, well, calm to not so calm. More birds to kill, because Leon's a dick. Yeah, alright. Okay, so now you have 2 different swirly aura things. Blue is pesetas, are your potato money things. Red is any type of weaponry, ammunition, things along that ways. And green is healing. So we're going to grab this, and we're going to see that this crow had on him a grenade! What the hell was that crow doing with a hand grenade? I don't know, but I'm glad that we took it off of him before he caused some crazy havoc. Looks like a warning of some sort. I would say so. There's 2 skulls being hung up by rope through their eyeballs. That seems like a warning to me, and I'm pretty sure that's all blood. I think I can shoot it, too. Interesting. But, yes, there's a whining wolf back there. I will deal with him in the next episode, because the first thing I want to do is I want to come into this area. We have 3 boxes. This should always be an herb. Yes. And then these 2 are random. Yeah, we get a handgun ammo, and we get a set amount of potatoes, and we get another set of handgun ammo, and very familiar to the series, as I mentioned in the beginning, we got our green herb. Just like in every Resident Evil game, the green herb will restore your health. I'm not going to use it now because I don't really need it. I have more than enough health to deal with the next section. But there are 3 types of herbs in this game. Red, green, and yellow. Yellow was introduced here, I believe. Green herbs will heal you a little bit. You can stack them 2 or 3 at a time to heal more. 1 red herb mixed with 1 green herb will give you an auto heal. Like a full heal. I mean, a full heal, not an auto heal. A full heal. And if you mixed a yellow herb with a green herb, you will be able to increase Leon's max health. If you look down in the bottom right corner, you'll see that the little green line there actually goes up and around, and then you see this little white tick mark. Every time you use a yellow herb, that tick mark moves up a little bit, and you actually get a feeling of growth for Leon throughout this game, which is really cool. So by the end of it, he'll have significantly more health, I believe like double his health than what he started with. So that's, I don't know, I like that feature in it. It makes you feel like as you're going through the game, you're like, alright, awesome, got a little bit more to deal with, I can take a little bit more punishment and keep moving on and everything. And then the first aid sprays, which also come back from the original, will heal you to full health regardless of wherever you are. So you can use them in this. In the past, first aid sprays were a mark against your final ranking. Use them anything you want. And grenades. Grenades are explosives. Grenades do a lot of power. And the stacking system in this. You can stack up to 50 handgun bullets at a time. Once it hits 50, it starts creating another stack, so it takes up 2 more spaces in your inventory. So definitely reload your gun if you look like you need some room, and then, you can move them to it in the chamber and all that other fun stuff. Grenades will not stack that way. Grenades are only a 1 point each, and then the next grenade I get will go right next to it, and all grenades take up 2 spaces. There are 3 different types of grenades, and I'll go over them as we get them. That is it for the weaponry that way. The last thing I want to show right here is the good old typewriter. The first and only time you will see me save. I'll save off screen the rest of the time. But just like all the other Resident Evils, you save using a typewriter. Pick your slot, go on in, save. Perfect. Excellent. I like it. And there you go. That would be that. Can't shoot it. Figure you could. So, that is the end of the first episode of Resident Evil 4. Pretty much trying to get rid of all the tutorial stuff out of the way, or at least all the main tutorial stuff. There's going to be plenty more to talk about as this game goes on. Not only about what to do, but pro tips and just freaking awesome stuff. Love this game. It is so good, and I know you guys will too. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to rate and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, MetalBlade427. I hope you guys enjoyed my run-through of Resident Evil 4. And I look forward to the next one that comes out, which actually is really soon because I plan on releasing these 1 a day for the entire month of October. Binge watch it or watch it 1 at a time. It's up to you. All I have to say is you guys have a good one, and I will catch you all later.